So in the last video, I gave you a bit of a demo on how the new Minikit template works in V0. In this video, we're going to cover steps 1 to 3, because honestly, they're the most important steps for us to be able to get up and running. So let's just get into it. So when you first open this mini app, you've hit build now, you would have been taken to a page like this. So it gives us a nice little example of what the mini app, as you can see, and then I would hit this open in V0. Now, the V0 workspace is here, and you'll see like a bunch of files, but when you first open it, it actually opens like this. Well, hopefully it doesn't open like this for you, but sometimes it can. And if it does, I don't want you to freak out. Oh, there we go. As you can see, it's a known bug in Vercel in V0. Not sure why it does it sometimes, but it does. But if it does happen, please don't fret. You can always hit this button here, like open a new tab, and you'll be able to still see what's happening while you're coding. So don't stress. It's all good. Now, the second part that's really important for us is this part. So this is our code editor. We don't necessarily have to code in here, but if you want to, we can. And the reason why this is important for step 2 is because this section here. So this is our environment variables. As you can see, we have the Redis URL and token. If you're setting that up for notifications, you can do that there. We also have this domain section. Now, that's important for us because when it opens in V0, if I want to see this project live, I need to get the URL, right? So I would hit deploy. And that would create an instance in Vercel where I'm able to see, where I'd be able to get a URL for the project. So let me just show you what that looks like right now. So after I've hit deploy, obviously my project was already deployed. After I've hit deploy here, I can see this domain. This is the domain that I want, that's super important to me. If I click on it, it's good. If I go back to my code editor and I see my environment variables, what I would do here, in Minikit, we're very spoiled. This is pre-populated for you by the CLI tool we have, but this time we don't have that yet. So what you would actually have to do is just manually put this in to the full URL. You want the full URL for icon as well, and splash. And here, and we want to double check that there are no extra, that everything is a valid URL. As you can see, I made a silly mistake and I added these extra slashes in there, but we don't need that at all. So this looks correct. I would hit save. I wouldn't necessarily have to hit save actually, but what I would do is I would just take out the headings. I have the headings to help us, but maybe I'll take them out in the template as well. Great. So I'm going to take all of this, and what I would do is I would just copy, and this is honestly the fastest way to do this. And then I would go to my settings in Vercel. So I would go into my project, and then, so under settings, this will open up our environment variable. So I'll show that in a second. So honestly, what you can do here is just hit paste. That's what I generally do, and it will pre-populate everything. You will then, as you get things, correct, or if you want to edit anything, you click on these little buttons, you can hit here, and then you hit edit. Remember that every time we update our environment variables, we also have to deploy again. So always make sure that you deploy. And now we can see that this has worked correctly, and I'll show you how by going to the URL. So I'll show you right now. So I've gone to my project. I'm going to check the endpoint myself, and I can see that everything looks pretty good. This is the extra step I do for myself. So actually, you can see here that I have a double slash, and I probably should fix that. So I go through, double check that everything works, that everything sort of looks and feels correct. And then what you do from here is that you will take this URL, and we're going to go to our developer tools. There's also a link to this directly in the mini app where you can hit here, and I'll take you directly to the manifest tool. you put in the URL and it will check if you have a valid manifest. This is the best way for you to be able to check that everything is validated and correctly. A little gotchas that may happen here is that you do need, in order to get to this tool, you need to have the developer option setting available in your Farcaster account, and you need to set that in your mobile. And once that is there, obviously I've already signed, but once it is there, what will happen is there will be a QR code. You scan the QR code with your phone and you'll be able to sign. It will give you the Farcaster header, payload, and signature. Copy those three things and paste them back into your Vercel env variables, and everything should be working from there. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please let me know.